It's launch trajectory countdown. Pad is clear.
10, 9, 8.
Launch auto sequence has started.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go for launch.
Vehicle is supersonic. Stage separation confirmed. Dragon, separation confirmed. Stage 1 is transonic. Landing legs have deployed. And Falcon 9 has landed.
Hello, everyone.
On your screen is a live view of Falcon 9 awaiting its 2:13 p.m. Eastern Time launch from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral in Florida. Today's launch is for our customer OneWeb, a connectivity wholesaler that delivers high-speed, low-latency connectivity solutions to telecommunications companies, internet service providers, local governments, businesses, and
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just full power. And liftoff. OneWeb 3.
Vehicle special coverage.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Nominal power and telemetry.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral, carrying the OneWeb Launch 17 payload. Now we're still going up, but we're also heading horizontally away from the launch pad. And coming up in just a few seconds here, we will be approaching the point of max Q. There we go, call out for that there. At the point of max Q, we throttle the Merlin 1D engines down briefly to reduce the loads on the vehicle. We've now throttled the engines back up to full power, and this will help us continue to accelerate towards low Earth orbit. The rocket typically needs to go about 17,500 miles per hour.
MVAC engine chill has started.
Good call out there for MVAC engine chill. We need to go about 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth and actually get into orbit. So keep an eye on that stage 1 telemetry at the bottom of your screen. Now coming up, we're going to have 5 events in very quick succession.
Main engine cut off.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition. Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there you go. You just heard and saw main engine cutoff, stage separation, stage 1 flip, and second engine start 1. Now we are in the middle of the boost back burn, which you can see on the left side of your screen there. That first stage has flipped around and is burning 3 of its Merlin 1D engines to head back towards the launch site, while the MVAC on the right is pushing the second stage into low Earth orbit. Now today's mission is what we call a RTLS, or return to launch site. And that's actually where we return the first stage back to a landing pad that is actually very close to where we took off from. Both stages continue to look nominal. And there we go, just had confirmation of successful boost back burn
Separation
shutdown.
confirmed.
Coming up next in just a few seconds, we will separate those fairing halves and should get a good view of our payload. There we go, just had successful confirmation of boost back burn end and the successful separation of both the fairing halves from the second stage. Now, both of these halves on today's mission are flying for the 6th time, and we will be attempting to retrieve them again today once they fall back to Earth using our recovery vessel, Bob.
We're just about at T plus a little over 4 minutes into today's mission, and we are in the first of 2 planned MVAC burns before satellite deployment. Now at T plus 6 minutes and 10 seconds, so a couple minutes from now, you should see on your screen the first stage's
Both vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
entry burn starting initially.
Stage 1 entry burn, start up.
There is the start of the entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn, shut down.
Good entry burn from the first stage.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Flight termination system is
Stage 1
safe for
transonic.
stage 1. You can see those attitude control thrusters on the first stage firing there.
Both vehicles continue to
Stage
follow
1 landing burn.
trajectories.
Those first and second landing burn looking good. Great drone footage of the first stage that you can
Stage
see
2
on the
FTS
right-hand
is
side of
saved.
your screen. Coming down on
Stage
landing
1
zone.
landing light deployed.
Incredible views from first stage. That was a beautiful landing
Stage 1
of
landing confirmed.
beautiful landing of the first stage, and there you have it. That landing marks
Stage 2 is
space.
terminal guidance.
That landing marks SpaceX's 177th recovery of an orbital class rocket, including the first stage landings of Falcon 9 and Heavy. And now back to stage 2. Stage 2 is looking good with just about 10 seconds left before second engine cutoff 1.
Which will wrap up our coverage for today.
All of us here at SpaceX want to give a big thank you to our customer OneWeb for entrusting us with today's mission. We also want to give a shout out to the Range and Federal Aviation Administration for supporting today's launch. Today's launch includes our 215th overall SpaceX mission to date and 16th launch of the year. And to all of our viewers, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.